Hey guys, this is Jordan Matney with the Blind World here, and I'm making this video because this morning I was watching cartoons, if you will, and I got emotional because in Power Rangers SPD there is a two-parter episode called Wired, and the B Squad SVD Rangers are training new recruits, and there's a recruit that shows promise. Her name is Sophie, and the monster, the big monster of the series, the bad guys are trying to get Sophie because they need her to power the robot. Now, they don't know that Sophie is a cyborg, and eventually they find out, and they expel her and they banish her from SPD headquarters because they can't trust her and the fact that she hacked into the mainframe. And I actually cried this morning because as Kruger had to point out to them, Commander Kruger, um, you have no proof that she is a threat to you, and you don't have proof that she's a non-threat to you. And they banished her based on prejudice that, more or less that they used prejudice and they didn't realize. And one of the criminals in the series, Piggy, who I love, he pointed out to them, like, my customers who are monsters and aliens, think from their perspective that to you, you're the monsters because you chased them out of the place and they're afraid of you, and that you'll basically incriminate them without evidence. And I love it because as a visually impaired person, it's how I feel. That I consider sighted people not necessarily the monsters, but they judge us. They they make our lives a living hell. And I've had sighted people in my town, in my community, that just made my life either hardship, living hell, and even in Dublin, my life a living hell. And just from our perspective, it's why we don't trust a lot of sighted people. And it's sad because even in SPD, they even said it. If Sophie wasn't a cyborg, we wouldn't have kicked her out. And I feel like in our world, from their perspective, from the sighted world's perspective, if we weren't disabled, they wouldn't treat us with so prejudice and hardship. And even Doggy Kruger, when he goes to rescue her, because Sophie knows that he can hear hyper frequencies, that she's still a person even though she's machine. And I cried because he saw her for being a person and not just a machine. And I bring up this topic, you guys, because it brought tears to my eyes. And just, if someone had that fate and did that to me, um, I probably would have had a different perspective. And the world we live in, there's no empathy, there's no kindness, there's no common ground anymore. Because everyone wants to be a narcissist, everyone wants to be right all the time and never be wrong. And I don't like the world we live in because I never lived in the world we lived in. My reality is different. And just, I bring this topic up because I think it's relatable and it may not be about visual impairments, but it was definitely a topic brought up in the 2000s. And just, if people are watching this, like, comment, subscribe, and just, it's something I need to talk about.